Today, we're digging into something pretty interesting. It turns out the real power players in your community, they might not be who you think.
Exactly. Our sources today talk about this whole network, kind of a quiet force.
Yeah, your everyday neighbors, volunteers, doing things that really shape local life, often totally under the radar.
And we're focusing on groups like, say, Rotary clubs. They're often overlooked, but we're calling them the quiet force behind community life.
Okay.
So our mission really is to explore why these groups are so, well, essential for keeping America's towns alive. Their impact goes way deeper than you might expect.
Right. So Rotary, they have that motto, service above self. Sounds good, very noble, but what does that actually look like? What's a surprising example? Maybe something people wouldn't even think of as service.
Well, it's interesting because Rotary isn't just, a local club. It's this global thing. Volunteers living that motto.
Okay.
And the work. Often it's really practical, not glamorous at all. Things like providing scholarships. I mean, that can literally change a student's whole future. Or organizing leadership summits for high schoolers, teaching real skills, running food programs week in, week out, volunteering time at local clinics for healthcare support, even just hosting community events, pancake breakfasts, festivals.
Bringing people together.
Exactly. It's that consistent boots on the ground stuff. Tireless, really.
That non-glamorous part really hits home. One source specifically says these groups don't trend on social media.
Right. Yeah.
But they're still called essential to community life.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? In a world obsessed with online buzz, maybe the most important work is happening, well, offline.
I think it says a lot. Yeah. I mean, online stuff can raise awareness, sure, but real tangible change, that often needs people showing up in person, consistently. These groups, they're quietly building actual relationships, solving actual problems right there in the community.
Not chasing viral hits.
Nope. They're just there, making a difference week after week. It might not get headlines, but it's foundational. It really shows that community strength isn't about visibility. It's about local action.
Okay, so let's make this really concrete for you listening. Our sources highlight one specific club, the Rotary Club of Simi Sunrise in Simi Valley, California.
Ah, yes, Simi Valley.
Their local stuff is pretty unique.
Yeah.
For instance, they actually maintain Happy Face Hill. That giant smiley face on the hillside by the 118 freeway?
Oh, yeah. The landmark.
That's them. And beyond that, they assemble and give away hundreds of bikes to kids in need around the holidays.
Wow, that's significant.
Totally. Plus, they run popular local events, the Simi Valley Oktoberfest, Happy Face Music Festivals, and they give out thousands in scholarships every year.
And see, that brings us to this idea of unseen infrastructure.
Okay, explain that.
We usually think of infrastructure as, roads, bridges, physical things.
Right, concrete and steel.
But what these Rotary clubs are building, whether it's maintaining a smiley face hill or giving away bikes or hosting a festival, it's social infrastructure.
Social infrastructure.
Like trust.
Exactly. Trust, shared experiences, a sense of hope, belonging. They're weaving the community together.
And you're saying this isn't just a California thing?
Not at all. The sources show this pattern repeats itself in towns all across the country. It's this quiet strengthening of, the very fabric of local life everywhere.
That's a powerful thought, this invisible structure holding things together. But why is this so critical now? We hear so much talk about division, about decline.
It matters hugely right now because these groups, they're kind of a counter story, aren't they?
So.
They're living proof that community is still alive.
Yeah.
That people are still willing to show up for each other despite everything.
Okay.
So if these volunteer efforts start to fade, well, we don't just lose the programs, the scholarships, the food drives. We lose something maybe even more important.
That sense, that feeling that our towns and cities are more than just places to live. That they're actual communities worth belonging to, that social glue starts to weaken.
And that affects everything else.
It really does. Local pride, civic engagement, you name it.
That is sobering. So thinking about that, for you listening, if that sense of belonging started to fade because these groups weren't around, what would be the first signs? What would you actually see changing in your own neighborhood? So as we wrap up this deep dive, maybe take a moment next time you're out and about. Look for these America's best kept secret groups.
Yeah, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions, whatever they're called locally.
And they might not be grabbing headlines, but they're definitely making a difference.
Yeah.
Quietly, but profoundly.
Absolutely. And maybe here's a final thought to chew on. Real progress, the kind that actually sticks communities together, it often doesn't come from the big headlines or the political fights.
Where does it come from then?
It comes from neighbors just showing up for each other, ordinary people doing, well, often unrecognized things, acts of service that become part of something extraordinary. The future of any community, really, it depends on people willing to build it. One quiet act, one shared event at a time.
You are listening to CLAIR News, Simi Valley.